Hello and welcome to the Views Club. Today I'm going to show you how I make my mom's famous crispy shrimp. Looks a little like this. Yes. These are just divine, guys. Amazing. Ingredient time. Okay, the star of the show is some shrimp with the head. Everything. You want to keep the eyes, all of it, okay? We're going to need some salt, some butter or margarine, lemon, minced garlic. These are 5 cloves, some cilantro. You don't need all the bunch. Paprika. I'm using smoked today, but you can use regular paprika. Oil, and if you like a good kick, you can use the Hungarian paprika, or you can use a little bit of cayenne to sprinkle on top. Okay, so what you're gonna need, I have 2 pounds of shrimp. You can make as many pounds as you would like. Do you see this razor right here? What you want to do is you want to cut that off, because I doubt you want to try and eat this shrimp with a razor head. No way. I think on one of them that I had made, one of them went through. So you just want to leave it to where there's nothing there. And you have your shrimp. So just clean them up. It's pretty easy. If you don't have scissors, I'd say lay it on the cutting board and do it that way, because I don't want you guys to cut yourself. You need to be very careful with these. These are so crispy when we're done that it's fine if you leave everything else here. It's all gonna be crispy. Make sure you give your shrimp a quick rinse. Clean them up as much as you can, and let's head over to the pan. You want your pan on medium heat. Once you have it on medium heat, you're gonna need about minimum 5 tablespoons of oil. This is crispy fried shrimp. I went with 6. It looks to be like 1/3 of a cup of oil that you're gonna need. And these are definitely a treat, guys. That's why we need that amount of oil. I usually cook with canola oil, but I suggest vegetable. Canola oil, peanut oil would work for this. Definitely not olive oil. It's going to take away from the flavor because it's very, very strong, and we're looking for something slightly different. This area looks super shiny. This is my frying corner. So, okay, we're ready to go. So go ahead and pour in your shrimp. I don't think this is enough space for this one. This is one of my different pans. I'm going to switch pans real quick, guys. I want them all to get a chance to get fully incorporated and cooked. My pan is more of a medium setting. So if you're on an electric stove, you might need more of a medium high to a high heat. My medium is, for me, it feels like it's really, really hot. So just make sure that you're frying your shrimp. Mix them around so that they all get coated with that oil. Okay. Shrimp cook real easy, so this is going to be a very fast recipe. I'm going to go off my instinct and I'm going to add a little bit more oil, guys. About another tablespoon of oil. All the adjustments I make are going to be in the description area, guys. Please don't forget to look at the description area. If anybody asks me a question and I didn't add it to the video, it's usually clarified in the description area. Thank you for being patient with me as I'm still learning how to give recipes, since I do cook from instinct. Alright guys, I've been here about 5 minutes to allow all the colors before I start flipping them. Let me bring it in. You see that right there? You want to start flipping them so they all get that frying to them, okay? Woohoo! And I connect with my food, and I'm just jolly when I cook. Even though I sound like very stern, I'm actually really happy cooking. I just get in the zone. I gotta get in the zone. Leslie, girl, that was for you. So just continue to flip all your shrimp. Okay? If you really don't care too much about it, just let it fry on one side, but this is how I made them. I should say how my mom and I made them, because my mom and I work well together in the kitchen. We love to cook and feed people and that kind of stuff, you know? And eat. But I'm one of those people that likes to eat in peace. Like when there's no chaos going on. Kind of like mukbang city. I really enjoy eating that way. I'm going to flip my pan this way because I noticed the heat is coming through a little bit sporadic because my pan's a bit dented, but it's one of my favorite pans in the house. Alright, make a spot where they can all get a little bit of that aceite. Aceite means oil, so they all crisp up. This is where it's funny. I'm like, Mom, about how many minutes does it take? She's like, maybe the way you like them, about 5 minutes, because my sister likes them a little softer. I like them like super crispy fried. So it's gonna all depend on the texture that you like. And how much you crowd your pan, because I crowded this bad boy big time. There's tips that I'm going to be giving you guys for this right now, so pay close attention, okay? You see the oil is hitting one side of your pan, just let it, lower your heat actually when you're at home, and just make sure you give it the round so that it still has oil to coat all of them. Let me show you how I want you to have both sides of the shrimp. You see that crisp right here? And this is already hard. That's how you want them. If you want to eat it with the shell, you got to have them super crispy, because the softer shell, if you like the soft shell, go ahead. I like mine super crispy, so I'm going to keep these in a little bit longer. And these right here are not fully done. So I don't know if you can see it better this way, right here. So I'm going to put it back on. Okay, these have been on here for about 12 or so minutes. And like I said, you want them to be crispier. The crispier, the better. If you're going to do them for mukbang or for presentation, make sure that you crisp them all up like this. Okay? They are crispy because you want to make sure that the little legs are crispy for you to just bite them off. So if you find that you're going through your pan and you have some that are really soft on certain sides, for this next part, just flip it to the part that needs the extra cooking. Okay. And what you want to do now, and this is where you're going to add your garlic. And you're only going to keep this on maybe a minute or two left. Okay? So I have about, I want to say it's 3.5 tablespoons of butter. And that's when you want to add your butter. Enjoy the butter. Do not feel guilty about it. Just enjoy the portion you're going to have and be happy. It's going to make a huge difference. So for the paprika, I don't know how to portion this out for you guys, but I'm gonna do my best right now. I think I'm gonna start off with a teaspoon. Actually, no. I'm gonna start off with half a teaspoon because this can be really pungent. So let's go with half a teaspoon. And you wanna sprinkle your salt to taste. It's fried, you want it salty. You see when you start adding the butter, it starts bubbling about right there? Perfect. Your heat should be at about a medium low right now. You want to put it in a medium heat because you don't want to burn your paprika, you don't want to burn the garlic, and you definitely don't want to burn your butter at this point. So it's just to coat the flavor on the outside of your crispy shrimp. So at this point, go ahead and mix it so to make sure that you have all that deliciousness in your pan. All the garlic coated with it. I'm scraping the bottom of my pan so that I get it all on here. Woo! The party. Es una fiesta. Una fiesta de Camaron. A shrimp party. Okay, so out of my bunch of cilantro, I'm just gonna split it in half and take half of it. And I'm gonna chop it up real fine. I wouldn't say real fine, just a good little chop, okay? Because some of those specks of the leaves look really good on here. If you don't like cilantro, you can do green onions. And sometimes I mix the both. Let me get some green onions. I'm gonna mix the both of them this time. It's just whatever you're in a mood for, to be honest. A quick chop like that'll work perfect. Okay, so cut that end of the onion. And give it a quick chop in the mix. Perfect. Another reason why you want to eat and incorporate cilantro to your food, especially if you tend to eat a lot of seafood, is because it's detoxifying and it helps you eliminate a lot of your heavy metals in your food. And sometimes seafood tends to have this, so this is a good balance. And you will be going pee often once you have cilantro. But if you're familiar with cilantro, you're already used to that, so you're good. Uy, sí, qué rico. You can keep the oil out, but I think that it's a flavorful oil, so I'm just gonna drip it all on here. So now what you wanna do to your shrimp, look at, they are super crispy and hot. You wanna sprinkle this all over the top, just like that. You wanna see more of the shrimp for when you plate, you just move it around like this. Okay. Something that's very important for this recipe is that you have a perfect lemon. Okay, your lemon has to be just perfect like this. You see how wonderful and perfect that is? That's what you're looking for, okay? Don't be mad, I got you guys so good. This is a fake lemon, this is a real one, look at. You guys know I always joke around, okay? So if you didn't take the joke, I'm sorry. I'm just goofy like that, but you just need a lemon. If you don't have a lemon, grab a lime. If you don't have a lime, be spontaneous and use an orange, but it's always best with like lemon or lime. All right, so let's go let's go ahead and make this. Cut your lemons and you are set. And whatever cilantro you have left over, because you'll see that once you start eating it, you're gonna want more. Just keep putting it all on here. You'll catch yourself eating it and munching on it. Your tips for this recipe, the time frame to crisp up your shrimp is gonna depend on the size of your shrimp. My shrimp this time were pretty large. If you're doing the small one, you're gonna have to cut the time. If you're making the large ones like I had, it's gonna take you a little bit longer. So it took me about 15-16 minutes to get them fried the way that I like them. So just check the consistency of the shrimp and make sure you adjust it for your home. The other thing that I wanted to say is that the garlic, the butter, and your paprika are important to add about 2 to 3 minutes when you're almost done with the frying of your shrimp. It's gonna be your choice to spice these up however you want. This is how my mom gave me the recipe, and I'm gonna be honest, this is the first time for me making them by myself. I think I'll always enjoy the way my mother makes them, but I'm grateful that I know how to do the recipe and that she gave it to share with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, adios. If you guys are still watching, I do mukbang. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, click the bell for notifications, and like. But we're gonna taste one of these delicious shrimps. They're really hot, so you guys know I like my lemon. Okay. I like it better the way my mom makes it, but I can kick it. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to mine. That's the other tip. Adjust the salt to your liking, because if you use smoked paprika or any kind of paprika, you're gonna hit a danger zone because it'll come out too bitter if you don't balance out the other flavors that go with it. So I would say less is more. That is bomb.com. All right, guys, that's it for us. Let me know if you guys try it. Anything that you guys ask me along the lines in the comments that I feel is needed is going to be in the description area. So please take a peek, take a look, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Adios.